Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Chat UTD. This is my preview of the FA Cup semi-final against Coventry on Sunday. Chelsea and City play tomorrow night, and we'll know who we're going to play if we got past Coventry in the final. We'll know by the time we kick off on Sunday afternoon. After the Liverpool quarter-final, I did a video straight afterwards, and as I was doing the video, looked on my phone, saw we got Coventry, was jubilant, was euphoric, was cocksure, thinking, right, nice one, that's pretty much a bye to the final. And really, it should be. You're never going to get a better chance to get to an FA Cup final than playing a Championship team in the semi-final, especially when the other two options were Chelsea or City. 2 days before the game, I'm nowhere near as confident. Anything could happen. We've been really poor since the Liverpool quarter-final. We've picked up 3 points, 3 draws, 1 defeat. But the level of performance hasn't been good enough. The team keeps making the same mistakes. The shape of the team doesn't change. There doesn't seem to be any problem solving or any way of stemming the tide of teams just attack against us. Teams don't have to be very sophisticated to score or to hurt us. And the manager keeps picking the same players. United are a team that, and this is an insulting thing to say about a team, not that I think a lot of these players would care that much, but basically anyone can play against them within reason. I think anyone would give United a game because, as I said, you don't have to be sophisticated to hurt them. You don't have to be particularly anything other than well drilled and a team that wants to run. And Coventry will certainly do that. We don't have any. I don't feel like we have any tactics. I don't think we look like a team who can negate the qualities of the opposition, and I don't know what our qualities are. We're just a moments team. I think we'll win, but I wouldn't be that surprised if we don't, and I don't think it'll be remotely straightforward. I think it could be a really, really tricky day. I'd love to see some different players. I'd love to see Ahmad or Anthony instead of Rashford. I don't think that'll happen. I think Ten Hag seems to have this attitude of, well, it's better the devil you know, or that, Rashford's an established player, he's a high-profile player, so it's such a big game you couldn't chance anyone else. It's almost like he feels it would be a risk to play someone else. I don't see that it would be a risk because no one coming in will do a worse job. With Casemiro, I can see that, who do you bring in? Amrabat possibly. But beyond that, there's not many options. But with Rashford's position, I think we've got quite a few options. And he just seems to pick him all the time. So I don't know what's going on there, but I think that I anticipate that will carry on. If we do get beat, that'll be it for Ten Hag, no doubt about it. That's the season will well and truly be over, and that will be that. He will no chance he can recover from that. He'll get sacked 100%, I think. So it's a pivotal, critical game for him, and we have to get there. Mark Robins is obviously their manager, who I saw score the winning goal in the semi-final replay against Oldham in 1990. I was there, a great night as a young kid. Scored the goal against Nottingham Forest in the third round, which some say saved Ferguson's job. And if you watch my videos, you'll know I've been saying recently there's a lot of parallels to that era this season and looking at 89-90 and 90-91. And this, albeit that Mark Robins is a manager of Coventry, it's just another little link to the past, and the FA Cup in particular has a way of throwing those things up. Coventry are a good team. They came close to getting promoted last year. They are in the upper echelons of the Championship again this year. And as I said before, anyone can give United a game. Newport County gave United a game and had a lot of shots against us. And as long as you're willing to run and do the hard yards, you'll cause problems against United. And I think Mark Robins has done a superb job at Coventry. And I can see him and his team probably fancying their chances. They've got nothing to lose. I nearly didn't do this preview until tomorrow night because I I think if City get through, although I've said previously I can see us winning the FA Cup this year, it doesn't make any difference in some respects. You can still get to an FA Cup final, but I think we'd be such rank outsiders against them. If Chelsea get through, I think everyone would be buoyed by that, and I hope the players would be as well, to think, right, we've got a final against Chelsea potentially. But we've just got to do what we do. We've got to look after ourselves. We've got to get through. And in some respects, if it's not a great game and we just by hook or by crook get through, who cares? That's the name of the game in the FA Cup. And then that's banked, and you never know, in a one-off game in a final, whoever it's against, maybe you can do something that you need to do, something special, pull out a performance you haven't pulled out before. It's one game at Wembley at the end of the season. United's history is littered with moments like that. The 77 final against Liverpool. Obviously, the flip side of that was Southampton the year before, who were real underdogs and beat us, despite us being big favourites in '76. 1990, obviously, we played Crystal Palace in the final. We were the favourites, but we had a poor season, but we won the FA Cup. Other years when we've won it since then, we've always been a good team that you would expect could win trophies. But we're back in that era for me now, where the FA Cup, in a week where replays have been scrapped and the importance of it has been questioned, the FA Cup's massive for United because it's a trophy we can win. And it's a huge game, but a weird feeling in the build-up to it. I'm not here to talk about City, Man City, don't care about them really, but obviously if you gave me an option of whether they were going to win the treble again or not, I'd say I don't want them to. And it was nice that Real Madrid knocked them out the other night. I remember when I was a kid again, 1989, last day of the season, Arsenal played Liverpool at Anfield and Arsenal needed to win 2-0. It was 1-0 with seconds to go. I remember watching it on ITV as a young United fan who realised how much we hated Liverpool, even though I was so young. I wasn't even 10, I was 9. And really, literally jumping round my lounge when Michael Thomas scored that goal and did the roly-poly. And was that in front of the Kop? Or was it the other end? I don't know, it doesn't matter. But I remember thinking, just thank God Liverpool haven't won the league. And that was that tribalism even at such a young age. And again, we're back there again, aren't we? In that for us to be happy, we need our rivals to lose because we're crap and we're not going to achieve that much ourselves. So as much as I don't want to come across as small time, I am. One of the highlights of our weeks as United fans is that City got knocked out of the Champions League and can't win the treble. Not that it would hold any credence anyway, because we know they're cheats, but it's something that's out of our control. But at least it went in the direction we would want it to go. I'm not going to get into tactics and stuff like that ahead of the game. It's a game we should win, but because of our frailties, because of our openness, because any team can have loads of shots against us, you leave yourself wide open, and it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if we struggle. I hope we don't, but I think we might. Let's see. Let's hope that on Sunday or Monday I'm doing a video reflecting on us going back to Wembley at the end of the season to salvage the season. Glazers out.